Hello and welcome back to another vlog. You'll have to excuse my hair today. I had a good hair day yesterday, which is all you need to know. For people with my hair type, you will understand that sentiment. Can't have two in a row. I am on my second cup of coffee for today, so I think I am properly fueled to start a vlog, which I haven't done. Have I done any this entire year so far? Today, it is so sunny, and I'm learning you really do need to take advantage of the sunny days here. So what I will be doing is a little bit of potting. I only have two things so far, and I have a lot more like little plant pots to fill. You might remember when we were in Montreal, we had one beautiful spring and summer in Montreal, and we had a little terrace and we decided to get some pots and plant some flowers and a couple of herbs. I think we had mint and basil, I think that was it, because we cannot have indoor plants or herbs. Hamlet is a plant destroyer. He has it out for anything green and living that we bring in this apartment. He wants to chew it, he wants to eat it, he will not leave it alone. In our last apartment, we didn't have any sort of terrace, any sort of even window ledge or anything where we could put an outdoor plant. But in this current apartment, we do actually have a little terrace. So, like in Montreal, we have some little plant pots and we're going to plant some things, and I want to pot them, and maybe I'll even film that depending on how messy I'm feeling. It would actually be my first time potting a plant by myself because last time my husband basically did most of it, but we did it together. But we're learning, you know? The point of a lot of the stuff that I show you in these vlogs is me growing and learning and trying new things, usually very basic things that I just never have had an interest in. And speaking of that, you know that we did a little bit of home updating. We painted a wall, we updated our little fireplace mantle, and I actually took on my own little project that I have been wanting to do since we moved in last fall, which was the shelves of our little like pantry closet sort of thing where we keep our tea and our coffee, as well as a bunch of other stuff because there's not a lot of storage in this apartment, so it's kind of a hodgepodge of lots of different types of stuff in that pantry. But these shelves, let me tell you, when we first moved in, I decided these things were my nemesis. Let's just show you what we're dealing with here. So this is the closet after a little bit of use. I do have a better video that I will insert here showing you the overview right after I organized everything. It's pretty much still organized. I do like to keep my closet spaces organized as much as possible, but it has been used a little bit. And this is the shelf that is dedicated to kind of the tea and coffee. Have a little to fall sandwich and waffle maker back there as well. Cat stuff up there. I got like medicine and stuff down there. But anyway, about these shelves. So the previous version when we first moved in was the contact paper, and not only was the contact paper itself not my style, but it was really poorly applied. It was uneven and kind of crooked at angles in some places. So basically I removed the contact paper, discovered that not only was it incredibly dirty, because when we first moved in, of course I washed the shelves, they completely like come out, they're just planks of wood. So I took them out and like wiped them down and everything. But then when I was actually tearing it off, like peeling it off, it smelled so musty and disgusting. So I don't know how many years or decades that contact paper had been on these shelves, but it was not good. So once I removed it, I sanded it, put a base coat over everything, painted it, and then put some varnish to kind of seal it off. And you might notice, you might recognize this color because I found it not necessarily intending to use it. It's the pumpkin spice color swatch. When I was picking out green and also blue color samples that I was picking out for the accent wall, I saw this pumpkin spice color, absolutely loved it. I knew there was no way we were gonna paint a wall this color, this like orange pumpkin-y color, but I really liked it, so I grabbed it anyway just to have it and kind of, I don't know, think about it. And I did have a thought that maybe it would work for these shelves, but I wasn't completely sold on it at the time. Then I talked to my husband and he actually was completely for it. So yeah, this is a little bit on the messy side. And we have some like loose leaf tea here that looks kind of weird, but and then boxes because I've refilled stuff. But this is like the little tea and coffee area, and I absolutely love it. This is our basically most of our infusions and some teas, and you'll notice a lot of really good ones in here. Clipper has become my favorite brand, and this I absolutely love. It's a winter version. This is kind of my go-to, this peppermint, spearmint infusion. We used to get a ton of Twinings. We still do get some. So these are not infusions, actually. This is tea. Just a few different flavors and stuff. But I absolutely love having this little sachet collection, and I love the way it is like perfect coming in, accessing my teas. It's the perfect height for me. It's the perfect height if you're a little taller than me. I'm 5'6", so I have some shorter friends and some taller friends, but I think it's a good height for everybody. So I absolutely love having this little tea area in this closet, which is super close to the kitchen, as you can see. And then while we're at it, finishing out the tea collection, and actually coffee as well. So this is the coffee storage that I have, and I grind my own coffee beans and put it in there so that the beans are a little bit fresher than if you buy them pre-ground. But I also have a reservoir to access every morning when I am too tired to grind my own coffee beans. Then these are our loose leaf teas. I absolutely love this little like jar army that I've created. You will notice that these labels are the originals, and that's because I peeled them off of the sachets that the loose leaf tea came in and then transferred them to these little receptacles. This looks kind of dusty. Sorry, that's kind of disgusting. I did not realize this was so dusty up there because I can't really see it because it's super tall, but I will dust that right after I stop filming. It's been very fun to have that little project. I absolutely love how the shelves turned out. I love how I've been able to organize them. So yeah, that is the little tea and coffee collection. So now we have a tea and coffee collection. We have a little growing whiskey collection, which I think I mentioned as well. Painted shelves, redone fireplace with a little, whiskey and wine storage. It's coming together so nicely, and I'm so happy about it. A typically Dutch day with the wind going crazy. Okay, I don't actually know how much soil to put, like how full should this be, but that looks pretty good, I think. So this is the basil. Next up is mint. This one's a little bit worse for the wear. He's a little bit tilted, like a jungler in League of Legends. What was I saying about this wind? It literally just took out my entire camera and tripod and mic. Anyway, the mint is a little bit rough looking, but hopefully I can revive him. The mistake was I kept him inside for a couple of days and him outside for a couple of days. And look how much nicer the basil looks. Although the mint did look a little bit rougher when I actually bought him. He was the last little guy and I felt a little bad for him. So we'll see. I think I can nurse him back to health. Hello again. So, as you can see, Still obsessed with bouldering. I actually can't quite believe, but it's been over a year now since I started bouldering, and under a year since I feel like I've done it well. It's so fun to go back and watch a year ago, spring 2025, watch myself boulder versus now. I do feel like I've started to stagnate a little bit in terms of the level that I'm approaching. I've kind of been at 5C, 6A of the Fontainebleau scale for a while, but I am definitely making progress within that level. Like, I feel so much more confident. My technique is getting better. I talked a little bit, I think last summer, about how kind of out of place I felt at first when I was bouldering. It just felt so athletic. I've never been an athletic person. But I've really enjoyed it, and the community, the bouldering climbing community, is so open that, you know, it doesn't matter if you're just a beginner or if you're incredibly athletic, everyone's welcome. Speaking of which, we have taken the next step from bouldering into top roping. We top rope now. For those of you who are not in this like rabbit hole that I have gotten myself sucked into the past year, bouldering is where you have a wall that is still small enough to jump from. It's still high. Jumping from the top is still quite something you're supposed to climb down, but it's where you can climb without a rope. And it's more about like technique and bouldering problems and stuff to kind of solve. So it's very intense and very short sort of climbs. Top roping is where you have a harness and a rope, and you have a belayer, someone on the ground who has the other side of the rope. Then it's a lot about endurance, like being able to do the whole climb. That requires a license to belay for safety reasons. And we decided to do that. In January, we took a course. It's a month long here. Hello, Bingley. It was a month-long course that you had to take to belay and learn the basics of climbing, top rope climbing. And really, it was my husband who wanted to do it originally, and I agreed to do it just so I could belay him. But like everything, I guess, athletic in my life, once I warmed up to the idea and very, very, very slowly started to dip my toe in the water, I have become obsessed. I'm still learning for top roping. It did take me a little bit to get used to the height of the wall, get used to swinging on the rope and all of that, but I'm getting so much more comfortable. It just takes time with me. It really just takes time, but I'm absolutely loving it. So I guess next step is outdoor climbing eventually. On another note, I'm sitting here with my computer because we have just booked our next holiday. Our last trip was Scotland, which was a like huge dream trip of ours. Can't quite top that, and this one's not gonna be as long. It's only gonna be for a few days. But I am incredibly excited because it's a country we've never been to before. I'm gonna give you some hints, and then you can put your guesses in the comments below. It's a country in Europe. It is south of the Netherlands. It's one we've never been before. And I think all the countries that we've been to in Europe are represented with a travel vlog on my travel vlogs playlist. So I will link it up here if you want a refresh of where we've been. Not every trip or every city that I've been to has a travel vlog, but I think every country that I've been to in Europe, I have at least one vlog from one of the trips, except for Ireland, but Ireland is not south of where we are. So yeah, I'm very excited, and I will be filming another travel vlog and sharing it with you guys. On that note, let me know in the comments below, guess the country. I'm gonna go plant some flowers because we actually just bought some more flowers that I can put on the deck, and maybe I will show you a picture. I will post something in the community tab. So if you're not subscribed already and you wanna see my future travel vlogs and cozy home vlogs and all the nerdy stuff that I like to get up to on this channel, make sure you're subscribed. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon in another video.